So, today, the long-awaited Sims 4 Seasons expansion finally is released for the early press access, which I do have access to, or I would, if I could play it. And I cannot because I have no power. I have no power right now, ironically, because of my very own seasons. And having a storm come through last night that was beautiful and that Chips and I admired and oohed and awed over, and look at the gorgeous lightning, doesn't it remind you of this year, like this time last year in Taiwan, darling, and all of those storms that came through. Yes, yes, so beautiful, much lightning, much knocking down of the trees in our ravine, hitting power lines. So we haven't had power since 1 in the morning, and we will not have power again until probably close to 4 or 5 p.m. and it's only early in the morning right now, and I'm sitting there looking at the very last of my phone's battery, scrolling on Twitter, watching as the gurus tell everyone to back up your saves. It's coming. The big patch will drop and then the early access people will have access, and I was so honored and excited that I got to be part of that group of the game changers again, and here we are. Ironically, thwarted from being able to enjoy the seasons in a game that I love and cherish and deeply want to be able to tell the stories for because of my own seasons here in real life. So yeah, there's a little bit of adorable irony to it, but I'm trying not to be too put out. It's not that big a deal to be able to jump on top of it right away. I was just really excited and I've looked forward to this moment, this day, for weeks now. But I think it's a good lesson in just trying to make the most of life no matter what situation you find yourself in. So on that note, we're gonna do something else today and look over a few of the special boxes I have been hoarding, waiting to open on a vlog, and then settle in and maybe just spend our afternoon reading some very nice books. Also, apologies if the birdos are super chirpy. As you can see, they're sort of cast into eternal darkness back there. I'm sorry. Asiai keeps chirping at me really loudly because he wants me to turn the light on, and I have literally only the light coming through these windows to offer him. So I'm sorry, buddy, hang in there. Let's open some books. Let's look at some books, okay? Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm sure they'll enjoy that. Maybe some spring millet too. I can actually hear the chainsaws in the ravine outside. So they're really hard at work, and I can only imagine how hard it must be to get down into a ravine full of gigantic trees and try to wiggle in there so that you can fix whatever has been broken with the power lines. So I wish them a lot of luck, and I hope that everything goes smoothly with the people doing the repairs, not just because I'm really eager to be able to resume my adventures. I feel so weird and lonely not starting my day, just a little lonely, just not starting my day as I normally do, telling stories and adventures. But we'll get there, and in the meantime I have a lot of stories and adventures I can enjoy, because when I woke up and looked around and realized power's out, it's probably gonna be a while before it comes back, I realized that's okay. I was disappointed about Seasons, just a pinch, but it'll still be there and we'll have it forever after we get access to it, like and my little computer turns back on. So why not just enjoy the day? And I realized it's kind of a fun day off where I'm gonna get a chance to catch up with some of the books that I really enjoy and maybe do some cleaning, go on a nice walk, maybe even go to the library. So I thought I would share just a little bit of this downtime with you guys. The first thing I actually wanted to share was that a couple packages just arrived today, and I was really excited when I opened it up because I actually forgot that I got myself the very last missing amiibo that I had for my Animal Crossing collection and my little Animal Crossing set, which is like the only thing I have ever tried to collect everything of. But I have the Isabel Summer Animal Crossing amiibo now, and that means a lot to me because a lot of my friends and a lot of our patrons in our little Patreon community actually worked to send me several of the Animal Crossing amiibos when they were going on sale, and like Target or Toys R Us just like disappeared off the map overnight, so they sent me a whole bunch of them. And now, thanks, like here's my Winter Isabel. Hello, little winter Isabel. There you are. You're so cute. She's so cheerful and nice, and she's always busy and a workaholic, and you can see why she's one of my favorite characters once I start explaining things like that. Oh, I'm blushing as bright pink as my shirt. Yeah, I may have revealed why Isabel is a little relatable for me. But I'm really excited because now I have her winter outfit, which is the last one of the amiibos that I needed for the official amiibos that have to do with Animal Crossing. I even have the Digby amiibo from Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival that my sister sent me. It's still in the box hanging out over with the little collection. And I even have a few custom Animal Crossing amiibos. I have Isabel in a kimono, which is really one of my favorites. I got this from Shop Beehawk and they're amazing. I have a Nat amiibo from a couple years ago that they did, and you can see the gigantic leap in quality that suddenly happened. And she has new bases that she's doing. She's not taking any custom amiibo orders right now. I really want to get a fauna from her as well, because fauna has my birthday of March 26th too. But I love the little Nat that she has. He actually holds an Animal Crossing necklace that my brother gave me for my birthday. And I also have a June hiding right over here, because June, her catchphrase is rainbow, and she has a hibiscus in her hair, and she's just really, really sweet and loves plants and loves seeing what different like remedies can be made out of plants. So I really like her as well. But I've never really had a collection of things before. This is my very first time collecting something like that, because it just seemed, I couldn't really relate to it. If I was going to collect things, it was going to be acorns and sticks and little rocks that I could find. And the fact of the matter is, it's a little thing and it's fun, and I'm really excited that I now have the complete collection, the complete set, because Animal Crossing is such a sweet game. And I always talk so much about games because clearly I'm a gaming YouTuber, it's what I do, but I also love the stories that can be told with games. And there's something about Animal Crossing and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp that I love so much, because they're such sweet stories. They're helping the community, they're building up a little town together, planting trees and flowers, digging up fossils, building up a museum, being able to give gifts to people. I really love those things. I think that's a really sweet way to sort of, it's like the Harvest Moon vibe, to nurture a happy story, a positive story. And also for when I was younger and really depressed and felt so insignificant, I loved playing Harvest Moon and I loved playing Animal Crossing and Sims, because it made me feel like my actions mattered. And if I put the effort in to be kind and to try to clear out all of those rocks from my fields, there'd be room for flowers to grow. If I put in the effort to greet people every day, even if I said the wrong thing, eventually I could figure out the right thing to say and I might make a friend. And so that's why I love those types of games, is because back when I was a really dorky kid, they were kind of like guideposts for me that my actions did matter, and eventually I could have the things I sought if I gave it enough effort. So it may seem weird to get so emotional about Animal Crossing amiibos, but when I look at my little amiibos, it reminds me of that kind of gentle, happy little world, and it makes me want to share those kinds of stories with people, because maybe other people need that advice too. Your actions matter, and if you were like me with zero social skills and seemed to always put your foot in your mouth and felt miserable because of it, those kinds of games helped me figure out, okay, if I take these little steps, that's how I can get there. So yeah, I mean, maybe most people don't have to justify their little collections of things, but that is my justification for why I love my Animal Crossing amiibos oh so very much, and why I'm so happy to not only have the full set now, but also a few of the very special custom amiibos, which I hope to order more from, because also I love supporting independent artists and creators, and the quality that Shop Beehawk does is so good. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until, like, if they are going to make more, until they open up again, so I can try to order a fauna and maybe one or two others from them, because these are just fantastic. But all right, So that was a surprise that arrived that I totally forgot I ordered off Amazon, because prices are starting to go up on those little amiibos since Toys R Us, which is, it's so surreal to think that they're gone now, but they're gone now. And yeah, I've got all my amiibos now, and hopefully I'm thinking around August or so, because Animal Crossing is not super popular. And in summer, I have to be mindful that it's the most important time to really focus on things that reach the biggest part of my audience. But I feel like Animal Crossing tells a very special story, and it tells a very sweet story that's different than a lot of the more violent tones to a lot of games right now. And I want to make sure that that story is being told as well. So I'm hoping in August or September I can start making both Animal Crossing New Leaf and Pocket Camp, which Chips finally helped me figure out how to record properly, regular features on our channel again, and I'll be able to use my little amiibos, even my custom amiibos, because they have the amiibo card from the cards for these characters inside of the amiibo. But I'll be able to use all of those, and we can just tell stories and build a happy little village together. So there's that. And then the other thing that I thought I'd just spend my day doing, other than maybe taking you guys on a quick walk around my neighborhood, if it doesn't storm again, is spend some time reading. Because I have no electricity. Thankfully, I have my bento meals already done and waiting for me in the fridge, so I'll have something to eat. And what better time than now to relax and read and open up my owl crate, finally. I have an Owl Crate, which is a monthly subscription box that sends you young adult fiction books and curated additional items that are themed around that book or themed around the book's theme. And I am now a little bit of an addict for some special boxes like this because they break up the routine. When you work from home like I do, and I don't really leave the house other than walks very often, because it's easy. We can walk to our groceries, we can walk to our P.O. box, we walk to Chips's work. I don't know, there's something about when they arrive, it breaks up the routine, and it's such a surprise that it just delights me. So I'm very much in love with them, and I've been meaning to open it forever with you guys. This is my very first one. This is the May subscription box, and I want to dive into it in just a second, but before I do, today might be a very long day without any power, and it might be a very long day without any ability to recharge any of my electronics. So I also wanted to show off the other books I plan on trying to read a bit more of today, including finishing Stacy's Wild Rescuers book, the beautiful book that she has written herself, Guardians of the Taiga. Her signature is in here and everything, which is so fun to me, and I want to finish it. I've been reading it just a tiny bit at a time, and then I would get too excited. I know this sounds silly, but I would get too excited, and then I would either have to go watch her Dogcraft series or her Mystic Mesa series again, or I would have to go and record. Because I would get so like, oh, Stacy wrote this, oh my gosh, yay, she told a story, and then I would be like, I want to tell a story too. So yeah, I've been reading it really slowly because I got too excited. And now that I have no choice but to finish the book because I have nothing to do in terms of like telling my own stories, maybe I'll be able to finally manage it. So I'm really excited to finish Stacy's book. That'll probably happen today. And I might peck away a little bit more, kind of pun intended, at Birdmania, which is a remarkable passion for birds book, and I thought it was going to be about birds, like the biology of birds. Rather like, where do I have you, my dear? I think it's over here somewhere. Darn, I have another bird book that I think I love so much I put it somewhere else. But rather like A Bird's Mind, which is a book that I've got floating around somewhere in my room. But this is not actually about birds themselves. Birdmania is about the obsession with birds, which I am pretty intense there. I like birds a lot. And it starts covering different eras and different times and different ways that people have fallen in love with birds, the way that humans have had a relationship with birds, the way it's been depicted. And that may sound kind of like a niche topic, but it's really fascinating. I've only dabbled in the book a little bit so far, but it has absolutely drop-dead gorgeous art inside of it. It has a few of the Audubon pieces. It's got a few of the other like vibrantly done art pieces as well. It talks about when eggs used to be stolen, when it was like an egg obsession to collect and steal eggs so that you could collect them. That's a different kind of dangerous collection. It makes my Animal Crossing amiibos seem very harmless, which they are, compared to back when eggs used to be collected by the hundreds and thousands to the point where some species went extinct or could potentially go extinct. So I'm really excited to read Birdmania and try to share with everybody, both here and on the vlog channel, or the main channel, what can happen if you don't deal with your obsessions in a healthy way, and what can happen when you look at nature more for what it can give you rather than what it is for itself and how it needs to self-sustain. So that's kind of a more dour topic, but I think it's a really important one, and I'm excited to read it, and I really want to start reading more nonfiction books in the science genre again. I just haven't had the time, and I guess now I'm really grateful for this power outage. So those are 2 books I'm going to start doing. And on the subject of books, before I open the box real quick, I miss vlogging, and I miss having that sense of kind of sharing on a different level with the community members who want to come and hang out in my little personal garden here with me. So I want to show that my life has a lot of facets to it, a lot of aspects to it, and I want to be able to spend more time nurturing those different things. And one of those things I love doing is reading. I am a voracious reader. I read abundantly. I love reading, and I have not given myself enough time or permission to read with all of the game updates and all of the stories to tell, all of the videos to produce for the main channel. So I'm hoping here, as I've mentioned in a few of the vlogs in the past, I can start maybe just making short little videos talking about the different books I've read, covering all sorts of different genres: fiction, nonfiction, adult, young adult. Sometimes I'll dabble in some of the kid books to see if they're good to send to my nieces and my cousins, my niece and cousins. And it's just something I love doing, just like gardening, just like going on hikes, just like cooking. Like adventuring. So it's another thing I want to try to bring to you guys and share with you guys. And so on that note, let's go ahead and open my very first owl crate. I have never opened one of these before. I've never gotten one of these before. They should arrive every month for a while. I got the 3-month little deal. So we'll try it for 3 months and see if we want to keep going. It's not sponsored or anything. This is just where I decided to send my little budget of funness. But I have to admit, on the subject of like bird mania and bird passion, and that there's little bird feet out the side of the box. I may have fallen for the name too. I'm sorry guys, I would turn the light on for you, my real birds, if I could. Sorry they're so noisy. That is literally Osei, the patriarch of the group, scolding me because I won't turn on the lights and I'm in the room. Hello lady, get to it. Sorry Osei. But alright, so this is the owl crate. The theme this month is Fight Like a Girl. So I don't know what that is going to entail. Oh boy. Oh boy, but stuff is already pouring out at me, so let's see what's going on. So, here we go. May 2018, Fight Like a Girl, and it has a spoiler warning. So let's go ahead and we're going to, I don't know who this is, maybe it's one of the characters in like the books. So I think this is like a little custom print, and it has all the information on the back of what you can expect to have in here. So I'm just gonna reach in, and the first thing that I'm gonna grab is the smelliest thing. Smells really good in here. Oh my gosh. So this is an owl whipped up wonderful for owl crate Zelly's Magic Bath Bomb. So I actually don't usually take baths, but this smells so good and it's so strong that I think I can just put it like in my room as a scent. It's really, ooh, and it's got like little gold flakes on top. It is really nice smelling. So let me see if I can find this one. All right, in Children of Blood and Bone, which I've actually heard a lot about. I follow a lot of authors on Twitter as well. Zaylee is thrust into an epic and harrowing journey to save her people. Whipped Up Wonderful created this beautiful and exclusive bath bomb inspired by Zaylee's powerful magic. So I may have to add that. Do I have power coming back? Maybe. You may hear some noises. Just as I was settling in to read all day, but let's keep going. So yeah, again, I don't ever get bath bombs because I don't take baths. I only take showers. But this smells nice enough that I could definitely keep this in my room and not have to worry Oh, that's really nice. About like being like, oh, I didn't want a bath bomb. That actually, it looks pretty nice too because it has gold paint on top. But all right, so the next thing I'm grabbing is right here, and this is a hanging poster. Remember that you are a wolf and cannot be caged. So this, let's see what this is from. Let's see. This would be, there we go. We feel like it goes without saying that one of the toughest female heroines in all of young adult is none other than Seri from A Court of Thorns and Roses, which I have by Sarah J. Maas, which I have never read. We partnered up with the talented Evie Bookish. What a cool name. Evie Bookish, oh my gosh, to create this exclusive wall hanging in celebration of this resilient character. So A Court of Thorns and Roses, I have never read that before. Have you guys read it? Because I've heard about it. Again, I've just not had time to read. When I read, to be completely frank, it's normally not young adult, but lately I find that I really want to read young adult more because I am out of time. I can go through a young adult book a lot quicker than a larger, heavier book. Sometimes I don't want to be super stressed. This is nice! Like super stressed out, but this is a lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like plasticky, but it's actually got wood on the bottom so that it'll hang properly. And it's got a really nice, like, it's not flimsy. It's not at all. This is really high quality. Cool. Not to mention, I know it'll make a whole bunch of my people who love wolves really excited. So that is really fun. Oh wow, I kind of want to read the books that this is interesting because now they've mentioned 2 different books and I thought all of the stuff in each crate would be related to the book that comes with the crate. But let's see. All right, so I grabbed, oh, a little pin. We have a little pin. I think that the little pin, I'm not sure where the little pin goes for because I don't see it immediately, but a little pin to match the print. I'm thinking that the pin and the print go for one of the books that we might find in here. And then what is this? So we have, that is another book that I have actually heard about, but I have not read yet. So let me see if I can find it. And actually, yeah, the power went away again. It just came on for like 2 seconds. So let's see, a pen, an exclusive pen. And I think that has to do with the Sky Deep. And an incredible, let's see. Yeah, okay, so let me go ahead and we'll finish looking at everything and then I'll read out the various bits and pieces. This is so cute! This is a little exclusive owl crate pen. Look at this. So this is a cute owl crate pen, and this says, when in doubt, go to the library. This is so cool. This is actually really fitting because that's what I was thinking about doing today, is going to the library, because here I am. For a brief second the power flickered back on and now it's gone, and I thought I should read some books. So that's really cool. When in doubt of what to do, go ahead and go to the library. You don't need weapons to be a fighter. Be like Hermione and use your quick thinking in times of trouble. And of course, when in doubt, go to the library. We hope you love this exclusive enamel pin from our friends at Out of Print. So that's really cute. Oh my gosh. And now it has like a Harry Potter reference in it. I like that, because when they said fight like a girl, I was thinking like really aggressive, but I like that there's just a nod that it's not just bronze. It can also be brains. All right, I think we're getting down to the actual books now. It's got like a bunch of little fuzzies to keep everything well protected. You are strong, fierce, and capable beyond measure on one side. And if I'm marching to my death, then I will march to it like a girl, without fear, on the other side. For a tasseled bookmark, which I'm actually going to need. This is a little ironic because these are actually all hard copy books and normally I read on my Kindle. So this is kind of cool. I'm actually going to need to use my bookmarks for once. But Indigo 11 designed this exclusive double-sided tassel bookmark inspired by both The Wrath and the Dawn and Flame in the Mist by master storyteller Renee Adriel. We absolutely love the mix of feminine and fierce. So that is pretty fun. Okay, I needed a bookmark and I'm actually even more excited to have a whole bunch of references to new books to try. Because like I said, I can chew through like a 300-page book in a day, given enough like space. But I just need some like lighter reads, and I think that young adult is going to start filling that space. So, all right, what? Hang on here. What? There's 2 books in here. Does that normally happen? Do you normally get 2 books? This is really cool. I didn't know I got BOGO books. What? Okay, hang on. Here we go. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Catching Stars. Be Afraid of Witches. Get Ready for Witches. Catching Stars by Kayla Keenan follows Jan, a powerful witch who's just trying to survive in the grim city she calls home. When her path crosses with Maddox, a young man who is wrongly thrown in prison and has just escaped, they become the most unlikely of allies. We fall in love with this addictive and fast-paced fantasy read and especially loved Jan's strength. This edition is an Owl Crate exclusive from Off Tomes Publishing. What? That is so cool. I didn't know you got 2 books. I feel spoiled today. Now I get to sit down. Oh, it's got that really nice soft cover. This is nice. I really love the design on the front too. That's a really beautiful eye-catching book. Catching Stars, huh? And she looks like a fighter for sure. And I think that is what, when curating a box about awesome ladies, we couldn't forget about the Wraith. So this is actually, I thought they were the same. These are actually 2 really cool, absolutely kick butt looking ladies. This is cool. So this is from the Wraith. Artist Malene Borges illustrated the stunning exclusive art print inspired by Inji of 6 of Crows. So now I have another book to read, 6 of Crows. She's really cool. This is the kind of print that would have made me want to dive into my role-playing stories when I was younger, and even now, but I can't because I have no typey power. So let me know if you guys have read some of these because I'm really excited. And here is another one. I think this is the book that all of it is based over. So, Owl Crate exclusive cover? They can do that? I thought Owl Crate was like a smaller company, but it sounds like they have just like exploded. Sky in the Deep. Fascinating multi-dimensional characters in a starkly beautiful world. This is a gripping of story richly told. Okay, what do we have here? All right, Ellen's life revolves around 2 things. Fighting and surviving. Growing up as a member of the Asuka clan of warriors, the loyalty of her family and comrades is everything to her. So when she ends up face to face with her brother on the battlefield, her brother, who she thought died 5 years ago, the betrayal runs deep. She ends up being forced to live among the rival Riki clan, and things she discovers there will change the course of her life forever. Sky in the Deep is an incredibly powerful and atmospheric novel, with a fierce lead character you can't help but root for. We hope you'll enjoy this exclusive signed edition, as well as a letter from the author, Adriani Young, and an exclusive pin. So I think that's what the pin was about earlier that I wasn't familiar with. Where'd you go? This one? I think that's what this one is about. Where it's like breathe fire. Breathe fire. Oh, cool. Now I see the designs. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. And so the book is signed too. This is so delightful. This is so much more than I thought. I am so tickled. I think I smelled the bath bomb and then I was like, oh, but I don't use bath bombs, and I felt a little bit concerned. But let me see. Sure enough, signed copy. That is so cool. And it's a beautiful cover too. Man, covers have gone leaps and bounds from the day-old ages. I think I still have some of my very old the Lioness Quartet books, but they have definitely leapt up since back then. And I think there's a letter down here at the very bottom that I'm gonna try very carefully. Oh my gosh, there's more. What is happening? Oh my gosh, there's more. Because they have this cool letter at the bottom, right over here. Dear Owl Crate reader, I'm so excited to be part of this month's box. The Viking world has always captured my imagination, with its foggy fords, snow-laden woods, and rich mythology. I can't wait to take you into this beautiful, brutal land where life is ruled by clan loyalty, family bonds, and age-old tradition. Sky in the Deep is an homage to strong girls. For so long, I thought I was too much, too passionate, too opinionated, too headstrong. It took a long time to embrace the parts of myself I once thought of as deeply flawed. Okay, that's beautiful and a very touching way to analyze the theme of Fight Like a Girl. Fight for yourself, yeah? And belief in yourself. Man, that's awesome. Elan's unapologetic strength and unflinching fealty are a reflection of something the world doesn't always want to see. Girls made of iron and steel who can bury their axe into the enemy but still have hearts that burn like fire. Girls who fight fiercely and love deeply. In these pages, you'll meet a brother who makes a heartbreaking choice, a boy who dares to love his enemy, and a warrior with the courage to change her mind. I hope you enjoy reading this book as much as I enjoyed writing it. That's cool. That's so cool! Oh my gosh! And then there's actually one last little booklet right down here. And I think, oh nice! It's like an interview! So you can see the differences between the covers. We get a more silver cover, and normally it would be this more gold cover. There's an interview with the author. There's an interview. Oh, there's a whole bunch of other books I can read. I am gonna be hooked on books for so long. I'm so excited now. There's an interview with the people who made the bath bomb. That is so cool. And then there's like little photo challenges and things, and I really like that. And June's theme will be Summer Lovin', which may be very, very interesting. So I'm excited. This will be fun. This is gonna be a lot more fun. Unboxing something like that is just delightful and awesome, and I was so excited to spend some of my time waiting for the power to return and for my own ability to tell stories to come back by sitting down and enjoying some of the stories that others have created. So thank you guys for joining me. Gosh, like there's so much stuff. I'm so excited. I love this pen. I am so excited. That was delightful. So I hope to open up more Crate books with you. I hope to be able to share more of the little things that are going on behind the scenes in my life, the little things that mean so much to me and why they mean that much to me, and to share the books as I work my way through so many books. I'm so glad I found my library card by accident when I was cleaning my closet last night, because after I finish these, after I finish this, after I finish this, I'm gonna need more. And I hope to share what I think of these stories and adventures with you guys, and maybe we can even talk about what we wish we could have done in those worlds, or what kind of stories we would love to tell. So thank you guys. All right, I'm gonna get to reading, and hopefully the power will come back, and then later I can get to telling my stories too. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.